Found dumped in the woods, and now police say they have two men behind bars who they say abandoned her while she was still alive. Apparently, they'd all been doing drugs together when she overdosed. And News 5's Paul Kiska spoke exclusively with that woman's sister and joins us live from the Elyria Police Department. Paul.
Well, Frank, Elyria police say the female victim did overdose, and the men she was with, well, instead of driving her to the hospital to get much needed help, they drove her to the woods where they left her to die. An Elyria woman walking her dog 2 weeks ago found a woman's body in some trees off of Old Fowl Road. Elyria police were able to identify the victim as 29-year-old Naomi Caulfield. Today, police announced through their investigation they arrested two men, 24-year-old Anthony Barker and 26-year-old Gregory Ralston. Police say the men admitted they were doing drugs with Naomi and she became unconscious, but instead of taking her to the hospital, they dumped her behind some trees. Police say the men admitted she was still breathing and still had a pulse when they left her in the woods. The coroner will determine an exact cause of death. Naomi's sister Daniel told me today Naomi was clean for a year but met up with some old acquaintances. She hopes they go to prison for a long time.
Anger, a lot of anger, because two people, they knew she was still breathing. They knew she still had a heartbeat. Like, why would you drop her on the side of the road?
Danielle told me she's heartbroken and angry the men didn't take her sister to the hospital. Police say after dumping Caulfield, the pair realized her shoes and sweatshirt were still in the vehicle. They quickly disposed of the items, trying to prevent anyone from linking them to Caulfield's death.
And then she was clean for almost a year, and then all this happened. Not even sure how. Because she didn't want to go back to the drugs. She didn't. Whether she was clean or not, she was always a happy person. She was goofy and very loving.
Despite her grief, Danielle is grateful Elyria police solved the case so quickly.
Very fast, actually. They solved it very fast. I wasn't expecting them to get them that fast. But they worked on this case night and day.
Now, the two men who were arrested by Elyria police have been charged with reckless homicide. Police are still searching for a third suspect in this case. Live in Elyria, Paul Kiska, News 5.